We ever been more wrong, Keefe, about anybody than Cedon Rafaela?
No.
He's high on
I'm
my
trying to
personal list. I mean, look, I've been wrong about a lot of things, many players.
Oh, yeah.
Many takes. Life decisions. I mean, I've been wrong about a lot of things, so actually something's probably higher on the list, but
can't think of anything.
Recent vintage.
My upcoming list of top 5 superheroes might be worse than this. But so
recent vintage, I think this is one of the ones we both were in lockstep on and both very, 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 very wrong about.
What's worse? Being wrong about a player that you say is going to be good and stinks, or a player that you think won't be good and is awesome? Like
in a vacuum, I would say it's better to predict somebody to be really good and then they stink because fans usually forget about that one than the other way around.
Okay.
Like if Cedon Rafaela
about N'Keal Harry.
Yeah,
your Harry take.
Yeah, right.
Or like my Chad Jackson take back in 06.
I guess that's true. I do get the N'Keal Harry one thrown. Maybe fans have not forgotten about that one.
No, they'll hang on to that.
But yeah,
but like I didn't
they
think
throw it back at you for Jackie Bradley too.
Yeah, it's probably better
Maybe
than
it's just a you thing.
Say it again.
Maybe it's just a you thing.
Yeah, I was right about Jackie Bradley.
Yeah, I know you're kind of on the right side of history.
So
there.
I friend of the show, Jackie Bradley. Yeah, of course. But I think it's better than you're like, hey, this guy's never going to be anything, and then he's an all-star
MVP candidate, Cedon Rafaela.
Right. So I think in a vacuum it's better, but I guess there are examples. Either way, it's not great to be wrong, but I've been there.
No, but it's part of it.
He's been awesome.
He's been pretty insane, and he's obviously a great defensive outfielder. That sort of goes without saying. And that was always what you started the conversation with him. You're like, oh, he's unbelievable. He could win a Gold Glove. And they're like, that guy comes up with a lot of hits, pretty timely hits, and he's got some power. He's got 12 dingers.
Do you think he gets his due defensively here?
Not yet.
So
I think people acknowledge it, but I think it's like right away, he is good.
Right away, Jackie Bradley. Not to scratch this.
Here we go.
But like right away, Jackie Bradley. People are like, that's the best defensive center fielder I've ever seen.
Him and Fred Lynn.
Yeah,
and you're like, all right.
And I'm like, Rafaela's already better than him, I think.
Oh yeah, we don't need to redo the whole Jackie Bradley thing. He wasn't the best center fielder on his own team.
Okay, but people.
He was actually the worst in the division for a while.
This is not to scratch the Bradley itch. It's really genuinely not.
Yeah,
but it's just to illustrate that people don't talk about Rafaela that way. They're not like, oh my God, he's here and he's already the best defensive center fielder in baseball.
You know what I think part of that problem was last year, them yo-yoing him around. He played so many different positions.
True.
Like if which right now he's just playing center field. I think by the end of the year, I think you'll probably get some of that. Give him a couple more web gems. He's already had a bunch this year. You give him a couple more. I think it'll start to be discussed.
It's also, I mean, not for nothing. 10 years ago, we cared about the Red Sox that much more than we do now. 10 years before that, we cared about him that much more. So, like, just the Red Sox star has fallen so far.
And they also had a stretch where you had good hitting center fielders and, like, good leadoff guys, but Johnny Damon, Coco Crisp, and Jacoby Ellsbury weren't winning any, great outfielder awards, right? Whether it be gold, they all had horrible arms.
Yeah.
They were all fast. They were all really fast. That was about it, though. But so it had been a while since you had like a true Gold Glove center fielder. Then you got Jackie Bradley, and then people were like, oh, this is very exciting. So we've already seen a good defensive center fielder, and then here comes Rafaela. But no, he is that. And he's 24 years old. Like there's a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, you say this on or off the year. There's a chance if somebody gets hurt, he's in the All-Star game.
I think I said it on the year. Yeah, he could be. A couple more games for guys to get banged up, need a replacement. Here comes Rafaela.
Text line: Jones fire Cora because he went to his daughter's graduation. That was not either of us. We actually
did not fire him for that.
We just said Vasquez was a better manager.
Yeah, they won without him.
They were winning games without Cora. That's all we said.
Take all the time you need.
There was no firing Cora.
No, that was not us.
No,
that was not us.
That was elsewhere. So Bregman is scheduled to be back in the lineup. We think tonight.
Yeah,
my guess would be DH. You think they roll him right up? What should they do with him? Should they play him at third? Should you? I agree.
I would DH him. Meyer had a good game last night. I'd put him back at third base for another game. We'll see what happens on tomorrow and Sunday. But yeah, maybe if the plan is there's 3 games before the All-Star break, Bregman plays in 2 of them. DH is 1 of them. Plays third, the other one. Maybe he plays third base on Sunday, and then he gets like a whole week to recover from that.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
DH is tonight, gets a game at third on Sunday, doesn't play in the All-Star game, has a few days off. He can go attend it, go to the Home Run Derby with his kid like he said he wants to do.
I wonder how baseball feels about that as a quick aside. He's already said he's not playing in the All-Star game and they named a replacement for him, but he's going to play in games prior to. So remember the NHL got pissed at Ovechkin. Ovechkin played all the way up to, said he was hurt, and then they're like, all right, well, then you can't play the next game after. Like this was a couple years ago. He wasn't allowed to play the first game after the All-Star break.
Yeah, my sense is baseball would care maybe if Bregman was the team's only All-Star.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. If it was the NHL, they would have.
Because it is
an issue
like,
with
so
that.
you're too hurt to play in the All-Star game?
But then all the NBA guys skip the All-Star game.
They usually do, yeah.
When they play.
And
games
baseball
right up until-
also, they have different rules, too, when it comes to, like, pitchers and stuff. So they probably ultimately don't care. But I think it's kind of funny that he's already gotten a replacement, yet he's going to play in 2 games prior to.
Meanwhile, you have Bradfo. This is a good scoop by Bradfo after he came on yesterday, by the way. Like, we could have used this when we were asking you all these Bradfo questions yesterday, or Bregman questions yesterday. They're Bradfo. And if you missed any of it, it's on the Odyssey app. Go check out the full interview without this piece of information. Bradfo, per source, the Red Sox and Alex Bregman have yet to engage in talks regarding a contract extension.
Because Greg was asking Breslow yesterday about it and was like,
He was like, give me a word.
one word.
I forgot about that, yeah.
And then Breslow was like, I gotta get back to you on that. He's like, what? No, he's like, one word to describe the conversations or whatever with Alex Bregman and Scott Boras. He's like, let me get back to you. Yeah. And then Greg tried giving him. He's like, is it ongoing? And then he's like, yeah, ongoing. No, it's not. Not ongoing.
It hasn't started.
It has not started.
Let me tell you.
What would your one word be? Nothing.
Non-existent. Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah, okay.
As a hyphenated word?
No, I think that counts.
Yeah, nice. Okay, good. So I've been consistent on saying this. I wouldn't blink with Bregman because I don't think
where's he going?
I don't think he's going to opt out. I don't think there's a market for him to opt out. This is all. Remember where the story started? The story started with Boris. The story.
I mean, please.
The story didn't
Boris
start.
and Ralph.
Yeah, like it was Scott. And right, you're right. Jim Bowden fanned the flames.
Yeah.
On Boris's behalf, I'm sure.
It's like he was just a free agent. He could have signed with all these teams. He signed with the Red Sox. He's missed half the season due to injury.
Now he's an all-star.
He's good. No, he's very good.
But he missed a chunk of time. He's another year older, and he really didn't have a full-blown market last offseason.
Yeah.
Why do people think he's going to have one?
He's got basically. You can look at it if you're him. You can look at it as you play out this season, and you already have 2 years, $83 million with the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. So could another team give you a third year? Yeah, but I don't think a team's giving you a 3-year, $120 million deal.
I don't either. So, look, maybe he opts out. That you can still pay. If he opts out, you're still allowed to pay him, by the way.
Yeah, you can.
So go ahead and opt out.
It's such a weird story to me, like, because I really don't think it's that big of a deal. It's super important. Obviously, Boris wants the most money. I'm sure Bregman, too. Like, why wouldn't you want the most money? But for it to be such a story and for the conversation this week being, well, if they don't extend him, they might trade him. They're not trading him. There's no way they're trading him. They're currently a playoff team. Alex Cora talks about the guy like he is the greatest thing that's ever happened to humanity. They're not trading him away. If Devers was still on the team, I guess maybe there's like a slim possibility that they do, but he's not. And so even more so, you're not going to deal him away.
No.
That basically confirmed it.
So look, I am maybe the biggest Bregman guy. I would have a staring contest with Boris. Go ahead and opt out, guys, and go see if there's more money out there than $40+ million a year here. I don't think there will be. Avery is in Connecticut. Get us started today, Avery.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about the potential of keeping Duran, and while I think that would be great, we basically have 6 outfielders on the roster if you include Yoshida and Ref Snyder. I feel like the only way you want to keep all of them is to move Rafaela to the infield, and I think your defense would suffer immensely, but you want Yoshida in that DH spot and Anthony in the outfield, so I think you got to.
No,
you don't need Yoshida to DH every day.
I want Anthony to DH most days. That's what I want. He's not good defensively. Not yet. So
no, but what I think you should have is Anthony in whatever position he's more comfortable in, and Rafael in center, and then Jarren Duran probably in left, I guess, because Duran's actually never played right. So I guess I just answer my own question. Put Roman Anthony in right, Rafael in center, and
if you want
Duran in left, I would do that most days. And then, all right, you have Willie Abreu, you have Yoshida, but Yoshida, you're not changing things just for Yoshida.
No, Yoshida, I don't really even need in the lineup. If he gets in there some days, fine. But to me, Anthony, you can play left field against lefties. Duran can get out of the lineup against lefties because he's not hitting them largely.
All right.
And then the other days, Anthony's at DH. Anthony's not a plus defensive player right now.
No,
actually, he is.
Is he?
Yeah. I'm trying to compare him to other teams, but he doesn't qualify for some stuff yet.
Okay.
But he has 3 outs above average, which is high.
Okay.
He also suck on that, Jones.
He also played a single into an inside the park home run. So I don't know.
Yeah,
like
one bad
first
play.
day here.
Okay.
And then he learned the next day how to field a grounder. They showed him on the field doing it. He's fine now.
Would you rather have him out there defensively or Duran? And Duran's had a bad year defensively.
Oh God.
I'd still rather have Duran out there.
I don't know.
I would.
Last year Duran, not 2 years ago Duran or this year Duran, but last year Duran I'd rather have out there. Neither one is Raffaello, or even Abreu. Abreu is the next best defensive outfielder.
I'll dig in on some of these Knicks stats. I'm questioning that defensive stat for Roman Anthony.
Two things you can count on.
Qualify, so it's hard to compare him to actually all the teams that guys have to do qualify.
Yeah, I disqualified him the second he couldn't field a ground ball.
Two things you can count on with Nick. He's going to have your Woo Sox stats, and he's going to have your defensive metrics.
I'm not going to have your Woo Sox stats. We're going to have your Kyle Harrison stats.
He loves.
Just specifically Kyle Harrison.
He does
stats.
love defensive stats. That is true.
He's the defensive wizard.
I'm just saying.
I was like, David Hamilton sucks. No, he doesn't.
He just like apparently he just has the Fangraphs DRS column saved back there.
He's subscribed to it.
For some reason, those pop up on my Twitter a lot.
It's in his algorithm.
It is. That's how I see him.
I have bum fights. He has that.
I think that's an AI. I think that's an AI stat. Not to channel Will Clark, but I think that's an AI stat. Real quick, Matt's in Rhode Island. Hello, Matt.
Hi, guys. I'm on my way to Rochester for the next 4 games of the 6-game Woo Sox.
Perfect.
So I called in yesterday about the Joe Ryan trade, and I heard you say there was way too much to offer, but I know that the Red Sox had already turned down Duran and their number 1 pitching prospect. So seeing as Joe Ryan's under team control for the next 2 years, and they're going to start playing legitimate MLB teams, they should probably get that deal done, like offer him something else.
Wait, what did the Twins turn down, or the Red Sox turn down?
He is saying they turned down Duran and Peyton Tolley, their pitching prospect. So I wouldn't do. I'm not telling you the Red Sox won't do it, or that the Twins wouldn't want more than just Duran. I'm saying I don't even think I would even really want to do that deal anymore. Meaning Duran for Joe Ryan. I think I'm kind of back to against trading Duran, but I definitely wouldn't throw in more than.
So
Duran.
you would rather?
That's me.
You would still rather trade Jarren Duran than Christian Campbell?
Yeah,
right. You'd trade Tristan Casas before either one of those guys.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's taking
Willie Abreu before either one of those guys, right? Yeah, that was tough because we came to the conclusion maybe at the same time watching Jarren Duran last night. Not just the celebration, which was very risque, but it was just they could be a better team with him. And I'm not discounting how good Joe Ryan could be, and having Joe Ryan like going into a playoff series and it's Garrett Crochet, Joe Ryan, Brian Bayo, like that's pretty legitimate.
But here's my real answer. I don't think that's a bad trade. Yeah. Duran straight up for Ryan. My real answer is throw the Marlins a bunch of prospects for Edward Cabrera. And I would just rather do that than subtract Duran off the roster. I would rather trade from the minors than trade off the big league roster.
Can you get somebody as close to Joe Ryan as possible without ripping off your
Bingo.
I'm good with that.
Without subtracting Duran. 617-779-7937. We got your phone calls there. It's a Friday, which means we have the Friday 4-pack coming your way at 11:30. An emergency Kiefer Madness. I'm told it can't even wait until high noon. That's at 11:45 plus the week in review. At 12:45, stay tuned for all of it. And it's Top 5 Friday coming up next. Keith's still laboring. Are you still finalizing? What are you tapping out over?
I'm trying to figure this out.
He's still finalizing his top 5.
This is a nightmare.
His top 5 superheroes list.
I don't want to offend anybody.